You said something, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, thanks.
Wanted to, something this morning that just got me just reflecting right now. Um, like we're past worrying about money.
Yeah,
We're in an epidemic right now. Yes, whatever's out there is out
that's the
there.
least of our problems. If we
Um,
focus on that as being a problem, we're doomed because the money situation is so fucked anyway. Like, there's no way to know how you make money in this kind of a situation, right? Like there's no way for me to think like a prospect other than what I'm doing. That post, the video yesterday, the messages, right? That's all I know to do. Is I'm forced to not have any kind of agenda to make money, right? Because I don't know how to make money in these times, right? I
yeah.
do know one thing: you always have to have your pipeline filled. I know one thing: I had my pipeline filled in 2000 when I was helping the addicts. I know one thing: it doesn't matter who I'm helping for free right now when the situation's this fucked, right? You just don't focus on that. Like, and I'm not even trying not to focus on like that. It's like you just said, right? You just got it.
Yeah, even though it's at the back of my mind, but I'm just saying, what's the use of worrying about it right now?
Well,
There's
here's what
nothing
I
I
want to
can.
say. When you realize that it's in the back of your mind still, don't take any actions. You'd be better off to not do anything for an entire day. Just talk to your mom and watch a
I guess I
movie.
just like
Because
saying,
here's what happens, Samina. Every single day anyway, we get into the vortex. Like my post that I just did tagging 58 people that were like, I went through, and only those that I wanted to really know that I invited them. And Nadia was one of them. That's why she got back to me, because I tagged her and she knew I was inviting her. And I just did the post, right? I'm going to get other people responding to this. So you do the same post, like the same post. You just repurpose it, say, that Scott originally created it for me based upon this, entire
mhm.
abstinence. That's it. That's what's getting them to bite. It says it's based on, I want to do this for you. Have a conversation and Scott will edit. Remember, you could do the same thing. In fact, why don't I just do the post for you right now? Or no, it's okay. Stay connected. Yeah. Right. You could offer the same thing to people. You want to have a conversation, and what we could do is have the conversation, and Scott will edit it, and then you could do it as a pre-recorded live on your timeline. Or if you just want to talk about anything, I'll listen, right, in the spirit of 1212, which is an entire abstinence of profit motive from both of us. That's what the post says. That's why
Yeah,
Nadia reached out with no hesitation, because she knows she doesn't feel guilty that it's like she's taking advantage. She also doesn't feel hesitant because she thinks now I'm going to like make an offer to her. Like that's the beauty of 1212. It takes away all barriers because you're
yeah,
clear why you're doing it. I'm doing it, right, to save myself. You don't have to say save yourself and make it all dramatic, but that's what I said back in 2000. I've done it. The spirit of this came from Dr. Silkworth, right? And then I quote Dr. Silkworth, a doctor, saying the words entire abstinence. And now all of a sudden, nobody's got a reason to say no to you, Samina. Do the same type of post, right? Just word it your way so that it's still very, very clear that there's no profit motive on my part or your part. That's what makes it 1212. And this is what I'm offering. Like the way I said it, Samina, it doesn't even sound like an offer. That's why I think it's going to get some great, great results.
yeah,
Yeah, who wants to talk to me over Zoom? We could pre-record it, talk about anything you want to talk about. That you'd like to share with you. I can edit it that way for your connections, or if you just want to talk, it doesn't have to be a Facebook Live, and you just want me to listen. That's fine. Like whatever, I'm here. That's it.
yeah.
I mean, that's what we have to offer, Samina. That's it, and let's just keep offering that. What I just said. That's the offer. It's the purest, most beautiful, all-encompassing, It's got humility because we're saying we don't know what you need. This guy, he did a post and nobody liked any of the comments on it except mine, and 3 people like mine. And the guy's freaking ignorant, right? And I think everybody's like, look at this. Hey there, Facebook friends. I've been talking about doing something for years and now feels like the right time to do it. And I'd love your feedback. I'll soon be starting a weekly free webinar where I share insights that will lead people to personal and professional transformations. These insights will be based upon my experience along with big life lessons I've learned from others. Here's my question to you. If you were to tune into a weekly live webinar lasting about an hour, what time of week would be best for you? I'm trying to do it at that so it's most convenient for most people. Is it 7:30 in a Monday morning? Is it 10 p.m. on a Sunday night? I'd like to know your thoughts. Thanks so much. So check this out. Here's what I said. Are you ready? The only comment that anybody even liked it, right? And I got 3 likes. Are you listening? He got tons of comments from his like loyal tribe. I said, things are so unpredictable. I think you'd do best to not structure it as a weekly specific time, but more as something that we can have access to whenever we can truly be present to enjoying it. The world being so unpredictable and habits, routines being constantly recreated and transformed for the better make it difficult to know what time would be best. So do it whenever you want. And just make it clear that this webinar can be accessed as a pre-recorded at any time. Hope this helps. Like it's, you see, like, look what's happened here. Like when I read his post, didn't that sound like, holy fuck? Like it just sounds like you're doing something that's all about you. Right? I've been thinking about doing a weekly webinar. Now I'm going to do a webinar. Now I'm going to like engage you and you tell me what time it's going to be at so that, you know, I know if you're going to tune in, but it's all about my webinar. Right? And I post a comment and it's the only one that people like because mine is just saying, hey, dude, don't be selfish. Just do whatever the fuck you want. You're not going to, you know, there's no way anybody can commit to anything. Right? Like it doesn't matter. Just don't make it a webinar where you put it up and you take it down. Just fucking do it every week. Tell us when it's going to be. It don't matter because we're not tuning in, you know, for your fucking webinar. Like just give us what, you know, some help here or don't give us some help and, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why people love my comment and nobody even liked anybody else's. Not a single one. There's like 20, 30 comments. Everybody selfishly say, well, maybe this time, right? And then I say what I say, which is like your whole thing is fucked up. But I say it nicely, right? Because I'm actually trying to help them. Like, dude, that's not going to work. Your fucking webinar is not going to work. Because it's selfish. You're just thinking about yourself and your webinar and how that's going to turn into a funnel. And that's why, you know, when I helped all those addicts, it worked. Because I was really focused on helping those addicts.
Yeah.
Right? It's just really easy. This is an easy time. We're beyond the point of worrying about money.
Well,
right? That clearly that's what he's doing. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I gotta, oh my God, I gotta do this, right? They're all the marketers. It just feels to me like they're all scrambling to like fucking adapt and make money. And it's like, that's the problem. You're making it about yourself and your survival. That's why people are stealing the fucking toilet paper, you know, not stealing it, but you know what I mean? It's like that is not the answer. The answer is the opposite. The opposite is what you said yesterday, Samina. You know, real human connection. Real human connection doesn't happen with an agenda.
yeah.
Look at your shirt. Look at your shirt. 1111.
Yeah.
All I know is I can see people. I had a post that you didn't even see. After I did that post, Sabina, I did another post and said, hey guys, I'm on Zoom right now if anyone wants to connect. And I put my Zoom link. And then I said, I'll delete this post as soon as somebody joins in. And then when Nadia started connecting with me, I deleted the post because I got my result.
Yeah.
Right. But what was my result? My result was just, it doesn't matter that I'm feeling, groggy and tired. I don't care. Right. Because nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's the thing. It's not about me. I'm here. You want to connect? I don't have to be at my best. Why? I'm not trying to impress you. I didn't jog before I helped all those addicts. I mean, it was like, why? No, just be human.
Mm-hmm.
Just be human.
Yeah. No, like I truly, like we said, our conversations, I believe that this is all happening for a reason. It's like before it was like go, 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 these marketers. And yeah, they just, because they marketed it well, making all this money and people are buying their products and or their whatever, right? Their programs. And now it's like, yeah, overnight things shifted. But like you said, me and you are still in the same position because it's not like we had our pipeline filled before this happened,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. If
And
anything, we're forced to actually, you know, get results really, really fast because the fastest way to fill the pipeline is actually to purely want to serve, like with no agenda.
yeah,
And for people to know that's really what it is. And they know it more than ever. Like the whole pandemic makes it very easy for people to believe me when I'm saying I need to do this for me. Samina needs to do it for her. We need to do this for us. And us means me and you, whoever you are. That's it. I did a couple audio messages. I saw a couple people just relapsed in Alcoholics Anonymous and this big, Friends of Bill group. And one person said he had 8 years and he just went out and drank 30 beers. And he's like, why did I do that? I don't understand. So I sent him an audio message that I heard your post and I'd love to connect with you over Zoom and, talk about it, if you'd like to. And then boom, I did that. Then I saw another post in the group, a girl who's about to get out of a toxic relationship and she's asking, is there anyone who's done that and knows what it's like? And, I could use some advice. So I just sent her an audio. I saw your post about that. And, just, if you want to talk over Zoom, I'd love to. Check me out. That's it.
yeah,
Like, that's it. Just look for opportunities to help people that are in need right now. And the money is just something we're not in control of right now,
yeah.
right?
I always say God is great,
Yeah,
provides.
yeah.
And
You take care of God's people, and I'll take care of you. Whatever you do, God's business, or you take care of God's business, and I'll take care of your. God will take care of your business. That's what I was told when I was in AA, and it worked. I was told that meant helping addicts every day during your spare time. Well, we got a lot of spare time right now. That's how we should all look at it. We all got a lot of spare time. Time means something different now, doesn't it?
yeah.
Right? We could literally just go to movies and whatever, and everything's
But
still going to
that's what
work.
I'm
And
saying.
Samina, I just want to say this: even if
Sorry.
we did that, no, everything's still going to work out. Even if that's all we did, if all we wanted to do was watch movies for a few days, we're still going to pay the rent and eat. Like that's the irony here. Like we're just this. It's all fear driving everybody, and I see it more clearly than ever because I'm not driven by it at all now. I talked to my father yesterday. I was terrified to talk to him, and that's the only reason I thought I'd never talk to him again.
Yeah.
I have a new relationship with fear because I'm seeing the fear on the planet, and I'm like, wow, the planet has it worse than me. Again, it's happening. It's step 12. It's just I'm in step 12 because it's the only thing I just kind of know. You know, when things are that bad and it's so desperate and the odds are against you, step 12 will work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I'm excited to do. As I said that, and I thank you and love you so much, Sabina, because as I said those words, I just got my impulse of what my next task to do is, and the only task that I can get done anytime today, and it's been a great day. And that is I'm going to joyfully go through the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous and highlight all my favorite quotes that are about step 12, and I know where they all are. I will find them all easily because I've taken hundreds of people through that book, and I'm going to get them, and I'm going to just send them off to my writer, and that's an amazing start because that's the foundation. 1212, everything about 1212 can't be said any better than the quotes I'm going to find and send to Matt.
Yeah.
Hey, let me say this to Matt. I didn't think I'd be editing this. Will be, I'll say this to Matt. Wow. So I can send him a video. Thanks to you, Sabina. Thanks for joining me. The question he had for me, and I just couldn't find the words, was like, he thought maybe the 1212 was about helping people with a worry addiction. And I was like, no, it's not that. It's like, it could be something different for each person, but it truly is, the word need is the word that's appropriate. And that's just it, right? See, I needed to help addicts to get immunity from relapsing on my own addictions. And that's why I did it, for selfish enlightenment, self-preservation, right? And now that I'm so solid that I know that I'm not at any risk whatsoever in relapsing and, you know, drinking alcohol, smoking crack or whatever, right? So it's like, now it's authentic that I have a different thing that I need to have immunity from relapsing in. And that is, you know, relapsing into worrying about money. That's it. I haven't, but but see, I helped all those addicts, I mean, for years, right? Even though I wasn't even thinking of like relapsing, but you still help people because that's your immunity, right? You don't want to like, okay, I'm cured now, so I never have to help people anymore, right? The whole idea is you're not doing it like, oh, if I don't have someone tomorrow, I might relapse. That's maybe the case in the beginning, but I'm just doing it because that's the only thing that I should be worried about, is worry itself. So if that's the only thing I should be worried about, I'm not worried about it right now. You follow, Sabina? Like that guy who said he relapsed on alcohol after 8 years doesn't know why. Well, I know why. When I talk to him, I'll ask him, so when's the last time you helped another alcoholic through the 12 steps, like helping them find recovery? And his answer will be either, I've never done that, I just went to meetings, or his answer will be, I stopped months ago, or, you know, or whatever. Because it's not possible to relapse while you are, you know, while you're in your step 12 helping people. It's just not possible. Now, mind you, if you're not recovered from it, you know, because there are 11 other steps, right? But there's not, the big book says that nothing will so much ensure immunity from drinking as intensive work with other alcoholics. It fails when it works when other measures fail. Whew, that's that quote I'm getting for him. There it is right there. That's my motivation. Nothing will so much ensure my immunity from a relapse into worrying about money than intensive work with helping other people who are actually worrying about money. Right? That's 12-12. It's not about that. It can be about anything. So at one point it was about addiction, right?
Yeah.
And thanks for letting me do that. That was for Matt. I actually did end up answering his question. Thanks to you
Yeah.
connecting with me. See, that's what I mean. The world needs connection. I tagged Matt in that post too, because I'd be happy to have conversation with him over Zoom as well, and pre-recorded. He's like one of the 58 people I tagged, who I felt like, yeah, this is considered an invitation. If I'm inviting you.
Yeah.
I'm inviting anyone. Because that's meaningful, right?
It's like
That mess.
together. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go
I was
ahead.
just saying together as a whole. I'm speaking like everyone in this world. Like this is the first time I can think of. And if there's been any other time that I recall since I've been on this path, the first time that everyone all around the world is going through the same thing. It's not
Exactly.
just Canada, it's not just Tanzania, it's not just, oh, this happened in Italy, but it's not affecting us. It's like everyone is affected in the world. It's like weird. It's I don't know what to say. It's like something's happening here. It's like it's not like, oh, it's that person and they're separate, right? We don't have to worry about like we not worry, but you know what I mean? It doesn't affect us. We don't have to pay any attention to that. We are here and yes, we can count our blessings. Um, but it's everyone's affected by it the same. Yeah, we go through different journeys, our emotions. How we deal with it may be different, but everyone's going through the same thing. Even where I was born, Nairobi, my mom said, like, they're on lockdown. They cannot go anywhere. Like, and that's a small country, like a small town, right? Small city.
Wow.
Yeah. India, everywhere around the world. And
Yeah. I've surrendered, I guess. God, I offer myself to you to do with me whatever you want. Relieve me of my selfishness, right? So I can better do your will. I just feel
mm,
really connected to humanity for the first time in a long, long time.
And that was my thing with 11/11. I liked connecting with people so much, and I just wanted to develop these relationships until things kind of got weird after I had to
Well,
switch.
guess what?
But
Guess what got weird? Fear came in,
yeah,
right? That we just didn't recognize it. Otherwise, I would have said, yeah, you need to help other people that are worry addiction or whatever. That's it. We've
yeah,
learned from our experience, right? That, yeah, we've learned. Knowing
yeah,
what you know now, it's like all you want to do now is just be there for others.
exactly. And it's like, yeah, I get like, sometimes people would criticize the 11/11 platform. Like, it makes no sense. Why would you just get on Facebook and not give any value? That doesn't matter now,
Well,
right?
that's
Because we're all in
right.
the same
It's
boat.
funny
And
because what we always said is that's the whole point of 11/11. It's not you're not talking like you're trying to impress or put on a show for people. It's about,
yeah,
what did you say? Two hearts and souls connecting, one heart and soul with another, like
mm,
not even present to who's watching. That was the
yeah,
whole point, right? It's not a show. It's like, do you want to talk to me? Right? If you want to talk to me, let's talk and let's be connected. Let's not put on a show, right? That's why there's like no offers. You can't talk about your book or sell anything that you have to sell or promote stuff that you normally promote. No, not here. So do you still want to connect with Samina and have a, you know, I was not a meaningless conversation, but you know what I mean?
yeah.
Would you want to connect with Samina? Is that good enough for you? One, to connect with another person. Or are you going to be thinking about how is this going to look on Facebook? And are you getting to talk enough on your timeline? You know, it's
Yeah.
like whatever happened. What we used to say, what? Anything can happen on 11/11. And that's what we meant,
Yeah.
right? Because the conversation is between you and me. And we're just going to allow your Facebook friends to see a different side of you and like observe the conversation if they'd like. But we're not like, oh, look, Bob tuned in. Let's say hi to Bob. That's one thing we didn't do on 11/11.
Yeah.
We did that on Passion Projects Light, right? It wasn't that. It wasn't about that. It wasn't about trying to talk to an audience. It wasn't about, yeah, putting on a show. It was about, can you have a conversation with Samina, you know, and have that conversation you have with her be the same conversation you have, even though it's a Facebook Live or a pre-recorded conversation that goes live. Would it be the same conversation whether there were cameras or not?
Mm.
Right? And that was the game. That was the challenge. That's why I called the 11/11 conversation. I called it you know, it was the 11/11 platform, not, you know, it was an 11. I called it an 11/11 conversation. Right. And the challenge was, if you notice the cameras, if you even notice or be aware of the camera, then you have disconnected from Samina. And I would say, and if you even are like present to, as you're talking to Samina, that, oh, this is about to go live. Okay, now you're not present to Samina.
Yeah.
That's how that was the rules, so to speak. That's what I created for you. And it was beautiful. You know, we used to say, we don't care about the views. It's not about that. You know, that's why we did it at before 11:11 a.m. You know, when Facebook engagement was the lowest. That's like one of the worst times to do it. But that wasn't the point. The point was you and I had an agreement, and that's what I said I was willing to do for free in terms of producing everything, and that's what we did. That honored me, honored you, and if people wanted to come, they can come, knowing that you can't sell anything and you can't give us gifts or tips or donations. If you want me to work with you, I won't be doing that. This is not about that. This is about just you connecting with Samina. That's 11/11.
Yeah. And I just, I got this, like, and I know I said before as we're talking, it's just this feeling that, like, and I said this before, and we don't know for, you know, for sure, not God, but things miraculously before we, like, it's going to be like a surprise. All of a sudden, things are going to start opening up, and we're going to see, oh my gosh, what happened? Like, wait, you know, and that will be when, okay, okay, humanity got the point. Okay, God, or okay, universe, I get it. Right?
Yeah, I agree with you. And the great thing is, I'm so in the moment. I'm not expecting that. I'm not waiting for it. I just want to be present to other people.
Yeah. Like I said, for me, and I know you don't really like talking about it, I just want to be able to go and see my grandmother.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
I understand. That's what makes it hard not to be attached. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it.
This was without any warning, right? Was without any warning.
I know.
And that's going to happen soon. And I got to believe that in my heart for me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sorry for being insensitive to that.
No, no,
It
you
wasn't.
said your truth. It's okay. We have our different, we don't have to believe the same thing. And I'm not saying I'm expecting it
Oh,
tomorrow.
I just want to say I don't not believe anything. Like that's why I said I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I'm living my life like with no expectation
And
other
then
than
that's a great
other than,
way.
you know what, it says in the big book, it asks us to, you know, to each day in our meditation, ask God to direct us to who we can help. And it's just like, I'm actually doing that. And I'm just doing my best to keep the focus there for me. And then by doing that, that's exactly how all of a sudden, you know, if enough of us do that and put our focus on what I just said, that's how you get to see grandma sooner. That's the irony, is that we agree. I agree with you.
And that's what I'm trying to do every day. Who can I send a message to, and who can I reach out to that I feel I want to reach out to? It's not like, oh, I'm gonna get this if I reach out to this person. No, it's just been, like I said, an impulse. Like
Yeah,
yesterday, I sent a audio message to Jessica, just letting her know that I'm thinking of her. She's in my heart. And this is not about her rescheduling anything. I respect she asked for space, and I'm giving her the space. There's no agenda. She
of
just came
course.
to mind, and I just want you to know that I appreciate you and you're in my heart, and I'm thinking of you. Simple message like that.
It's beautiful.
And that's all.
Yeah.
And everyone's going through their own pain, right? And I'm
And
going
joy,
through
and joy,
and
and
joy.
joy.
Like I said, I don't see this as, I mean, besides people falling sick, I'm not saying that's, but the big picture, it's not, yeah, I don't know what to say without seeming arrogant.
Yeah, no, on the big scale, something's good's happening. It doesn't
Yeah,
mean that people are feeling good emotions. But when we look back, it's not like anyone looks back and says, "Thank God for the Holocaust." It's not like that. But we will look back and be able to see that a lot of good happened after we got our lesson here.
yeah, yeah. And we'll all have our own reactions to it, and yes, that's okay.
Yeah. When you do get to, because you brought it up about the webinar, I just want to say that if you can imagine that your webinar ultimately ends up to the offer that I just put out there, like, would you like to have a conversation with me? We can edit that conversation, stream it live on your timeline, or would you like to just have a conversation and connect? Imagine that, you know, that's the offer. And then you now tell your story about all the platforms and your whole experience and success with all those platforms, so that instead of like inviting them onto 1111 or onto this platform or that platform, it's just much more pure. It's like the offer I just made today. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even mentioning the platform. It's like, this is so not about me. This is like,
Mm.
this is what I would love to do to serve you. Obviously, I'd like to connect with you, but I'm saying it in a way that it doesn't come across like I'm helping you. Like you have to have a problem in order to feel like you're reaching out. It's like my message is hopefully coming through what I meant. What I'm feeling, I should say, is that we walk hand in hand with the spirit. Another quote from the big book. It's, we're walking hand in hand together. Like, will this help you to have a conversation with me, and not just have the conversation, but share a part of that conversation? I'm happy to edit it for free, put it on your timeline, you know, put more attention to the fact that I exist, and maybe one of your friends might come back and also allow me to do the same for them. Like, no profit agenda, no upsells, no nothing, and if you don't want to do that, yeah, I don't care about the attention. Do you just want to talk to me anyway? And I'll listen. And if I don't listen, I mean, I'll listen in any way you want me to listen. If you want to ask me a question, I'll answer the question. Like when Nadia reached out about her son, I just said, you and I could have the conversation, and then we'll talk. I'll edit it, give it to your son, and only he can see it. And then that's the best chance you got for him to say yes to meeting me. Otherwise, he might feel like he was being pressured. And as it turned out, she responded that, oh no, he's going to want to talk to you. No, like he will. Right. In other words, he's probably like said, I'm not like he's having a hard time. So, but the point is I was willing to do that. Right. Let's talk. We can record it and then give it to your son and he can listen to me talk about, and feel whether he wants to come and see me. And I'll ask him to come and see me and he'll be able to feel me out and then he can make a choice. See what I mean, Samina? It's coming from a different place. There's no agenda here. There's an entire absence of profit motive.
Yeah.
It's just completely focused on how can I serve in the highest way. And that's what's great about if you created your webinar by telling the story you've already written. Like this, a lot of people to me have no idea how many guests you had on that show, how many co-hosts you had, how many shows you produced, how much attention you got, how many clients you got without even, right? You had an entire absence of profit motive. And that's why these clients came at you. And then at some point it turned into a business. And then the profit motive turned into not just profit motive, but like a scarcity about money. And then that's what's kind of like had it constantly come in, but it just comes in the nick of time, right? Always will. But what I'm proposing, or what I have found myself falling into due to circumstances, is just naturally just wanting to connect with people. Like I felt like shit this morning, just kind of waking up, feeling like shit, and just going to a track that, it wasn't enough. Like, it's just like when I looked at my possibilities, I don't feel that good. I'm not thinking negative, but I don't feel on fire, right? And then as soon as you get on your call with Erica, I'm in here and I'm just starting to, connect with people in my mind, I guess you could say. Like just, go on Facebook. Oh yeah, send him a message. It was just like automatic. Who could I serve? Who could I serve in the ways that I know I can serve people? And that's it. It's all in my post. Let's talk. I'm not going to sell you. Go check me out. Fuck, I'm not going to do what other people are doing, or a lot of other people are doing right now. I'm not selling. I'm not in a sales process. I'm not in a funnel process. I'm in a maximum service to humanity process. And I need to connect with people just as much as they do.
Yeah. Since you're here, Paul Chima commented on your post and said when.
Oh.
Just so you know. I know you're gonna see it anyways. But...
Wow, there you go. Right? Look, that's what we're talking about.
Paul Chima's probably going through his own.
Everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, look. Just notice what happened. This is more significant than, I tagged him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you, you're going to see more people taking me up on this because I know where it came from. There's no scarcity in that post.
Yeah.
Just watch, Selena. You'll probably see at least a dozen more people book on that post. That's what I'm trying to convey in this conversation. And it's because I wasn't trying to get 12 people to say yes, by the way. I was just like, one. I'm just put this out. Like, well, I'll get one. I'll get one. And then after I wrote it and now I'm talking to you, I'm like, yeah, I'll get a lot.
Okay, let me just maybe give a quick call to Mother before my
Okay.
call.
Thank you so much for the difference you made
Um,
with me this morning by connecting. I got things accomplished here that are captured on video that
yeah,
I wasn't able to do. I was just sitting there trying to generate myself all by myself, and I couldn't. So look, once again, human connection caused a little miracle for me.
yeah.
So thank you for doing that for me.
You're welcome, Scotty. Thank you.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.